misunderstood. They say we stand for nothing and there's no way we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to beat the system when we're standing at a distance. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. Now if we had the power to bring our neighbors home from war, they would have never missed the Christmas. No more ribbons on the door. When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. But when the only information, oh, they can bet it on the one. So while we're waiting, waiting on the world to change, we keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. One day our generation's gonna rule the population. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. Out of the blue, would like to welcome you all the wine enthusiastic people, all the wine lovers, on our very first wine tasting session in Pune.
I hold a master's degree in international trade of wines, which I have obtained from the Burgundy Business School in France, and that is how I have been associated with the wine business. I conduct sessions of these kinds also for the food and beverage professionals and corporates. Three steps. One is the visual assessment. The second is the smell or the aromas, so the olfactory assessment. And the third is the taste on the palate. Is what you're going to find on the nose and then on the palate. Right? Now, visual assessment. You're going to tilt your glass against the white background and look at the color. Look at it against the white background. What you have to observe is whether the wine is clear, okay? And the color. The reason why we observe color of a wine is to understand whether the wine is young or old. In white wines, young wines are pale, almost can at times be watery looking with very faint shades of yellow or green. Okay. Also, the clarity tells you whether the wine is being filtered or not. It also tells you if there is any defect. You're not just looking for the positives, but you're also looking for the negatives when you're doing that, right? So, if you look at this wine, it's a pale yellow wine, yeah, and it's very crystal clear. The second step is the nose. Now, what you have to do is, without swirling the glass, you first nose the wine. When I say nose the wine, you put your nose right into the glass. The last step, tasting. You're going to take a biggish sip, let it cover your entire palate, hold it in your mouth, create a small little gap between your lips and breathe in some air, and then you understand and try and exhale after that from your nose, okay? Observe when you're doing the red wines. In color, when you look at the color, look at the rim of the wine in the glass. When you tilt the glass, it forms this little edge here, you see different colors. A young wine will usually have shades between pink and purple or violet, and an old wine will have shades of orange to even brown. If it's a very old wine, you'll find brown.
Fall upon my knees, find a way to lie by the home I'll never see. It may sound absurd, but won't you concede? Even heroes have the right to bleed. I may be disturbed, but won't you concede?
I think it was perfectly posted really well, timed out, paced out well, and helped us to get it better.
Loved the session. I really kind of learned about wines. I didn't know a lot of things about it. A couple of the wines we tasted, I mean, I'm amazed that India has now started producing such great wines.
I must thank Out of the Blue for having us here. We really enjoyed this session, and I think many of us here in Pune would need these educational experiences to be able to appreciate wine better. Thank you again.
Well, we tasted lots of wines today, and I guess it was very informative. It was a nice session.
It was a very good experience, experiencing this tasting of the wine event, which was arranged by Out of the Blue. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. We hope that we should have some more sessions like this. And cheers!
The layout was perfect. We've tasted 12 wines without a hitch. The team did a great job.
Me and all my friends, we're all misunderstood. They say we stand for nothing and there's no way we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to beat the system when we're standing at a distance. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change.